Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Swami Jyotirmayananda Society, our journey to self realization. Please subscribe for the mystical meanings and to enjoy daily satsang. We are currently exploring the book Advice to Householders, authored by Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. In today's satsang, we will discuss the path of meditation. So, the important step and aspect of yoga that must be harmoniously blended in your daily life is dhyana or meditation. Learn the art of meditation and practice it daily. The best time to meditate is early in the morning from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. This time period is also known as Brahma Muhurta or the auspicious time for meditation. Start by setting aside half an hour for your practice. When you are relaxed and ready to concentrate, light a candle and some incense and then fix your gaze on a deity or whatever ideal you wish to meditate upon. There is tremendous freedom in that aspect. Then sit comfortably and let your mind flow peacefully towards the object of meditation. Follow this process of meditation and try to still your mind day by day. Regular meditation will help you to think more clearly, comprehend life's subtler points, and also give you more concentration for the work at hand. When you work at a task with a dissipated or distracted mind, it takes a long time to accomplish the task. But with a concentrated mind, you can accomplish a great deal of work and still remain relaxed. Meditation thus becomes a gateway to great achievements. As you practice meditation, you explore the heights that mind can achieve. Superconsciousness, intuitional experiences, profound insights. All these await one who follows the path of meditation or dhyana. Next, let's discuss the path of bhakti or devotion. The next aspect of yoga to be blended in your daily life is devotion or love of God. Most of the world's religions emphasize this aspect, this path of devotion. If one has love of God, it makes the path to liberation easier because it helps to efface one's ego. Ego is a great obstacle to spiritual advancement, and devotion dissolves it faster than any other method. Day by day, one should develop the clear understanding that God is the source of infinite love. Your soul has been seeking that love, trying to discover it through many embodiments. That inner urge is there in every individual to find someone or something that can be loved with tremendous and intense fulfillment. But this can urge one into many karmic entanglements if not understood properly. You try to find love through husbands, wives, and children, but when the karma for such relative love is over, you can no longer find the perfect love you envisioned in those associations. The scene then changes, and you soon have a whole different set of people around you. Ultimately, when your mind turns to God, you realize that it is actually He who makes people shine in your life, to come into your being, and that you are admiring the beauty of God within them. When you find delight in friends, that delight actually comes because God is in them. Once God withdraws His glory from a person's body, it lies dead, all its beauty fading in a single moment. Japa or repetition of mantra is a very simple yet effective means for developing devotion for God. Train your mind to repeat any divine name again and again as if it was psychic sugar candy. Enjoy that experience. Try to think of nothing else as you do this. Repeating a mystic formula daily does a great deal to build up impressions of spiritual strength in your unconscious. Prayer is another important means of coming closer to God. When you pray, you open your heart to God, no matter what form of prayer you adopt. If you don't understand Sanskrit or you cannot read it, don't worry. Speak to God like you speak to your mother. It's the emotions, the feeling that matters much more than the absolute ritual. To guide you in developing the art of prayer, read devotional literature. In all the religions of the world, there are examples and stories from the lives of sages and saints that illustrate the power of prayer. Read the prayers they recited during trying times in their lives. Try to develop the love of God that was the crowning glory of their lives. The path of knowledge is jnana. Finally, we come to the path of wisdom, knowledge. This entails a thorough day by day study of the scriptures such as the Bhagavad Gita, Yoga Vasishtha, Upanishads, or any other work that gives you philosophical insights. Studying these scriptures exercises your reason, and you will be led to understand that the real you is neither the body nor the mind. You are essentially the absolute self. When you are ignorant of this fact, you are as if hypnotized. Each day you impress upon yourself that you are this body, that your happiness depends upon objects, and that if only you could accomplish a certain thing, you would be happy. Even when you turn towards spirituality, you still hypnotize yourself by saying, I am so far away from the spiritual goal. It may take me 100 births to attain it. By judging yourself like this, you are putting an obstacle in your own path. On the other hand, instead of allowing your mind to move in this negative direction again and again, try to relax your mind and reflect upon your true nature. You are essentially the divine self. The path of littles will lead you home. If you practice these 4 points every day, even in a little measure, a small measure, you will make significant progress on the road to liberation. A little selfless service, a little devotion, a little meditation, and a little reading of scriptures. Knowledge. To be spiritual, you do not have to do something totally fantastic like walk the length of the United States, wade into the cold waters in the Ganges River at 3 o'clock in the morning, or fast for 40 days. The notion that you have to do something bizarre and uncomfortable to be a spiritual person is entirely wrong. Actually, you do greater austerity when you harmonize yourself daily, day by day, even if it is little. The person who meditates a little, reflects a little, does some devotional practices, and surrenders himself to God while doing his daily chores is going to make much greater progress than the person who subjects his body to dramatic austerities. Of course, a spiritual aspirant should understand that there are going to be ups and downs in his daily practice of sadhana. Human life does not unfold in a straight line. Problems often make one take backward steps. In spite of these changing circumstances, try to balance yourself to whatever extent you can as the practice on the 4 paths of yoga, also known as synthesis of yoga or integral yoga. Daily sustained effort on the spiritual path is far more important than the greatest austerities you can imagine. Harmony of spiritual practice is much more effective than the most glaring kinds of austerity and work, for it is actually a more intense kind of spiritual movement. Furthermore, if you do practice spiritual discipline harmoniously, nothing will ever change abruptly in your life. Rather, your life will become increasingly enriched and wholesome. Think of the tree that we discussed earlier. The moment it sends its roots deep into the earth and draws the richness from it, it begins to flourish in its entirety. Similarly, the moment you seek your roots in God through harmonization of yourself, through your entire personality flourishes like that tree. You bring the best you have to all your relationships with others. You become a shining example to society at large, and everyone around you becomes inspired. You will be astounded at how easily all this can happen if you harmonize your daily life. That is the secret. A little every day, every single day. So don't have huge goals, have simple, small goals, but practice it with consistency. Do it daily. Thus, resolve to practice a blend of dedicated action, devotion, meditation, and reflection in daily life, and always keep the goal before you, the goal of self realization. As you can see in our non-profit logo, journey to self-realization. I think you can read it here. And that lamp burning with the effulgence is how you have the spirit in you with that effulgence. And it says, Om Tat Sat, thou art that. That is the only reality. And then below it shows the four ways of how you can achieve self realization: karma or action, devotion or bhakti, dhyana or meditation, and jnana or wisdom. But this cannot happen by itself, it will come through daily self effort. May God bless you with harmony and peace. Hari Om Tat Sat.